Hi, my name is Chris Jackson, and I keep a little website called DFW Urban Wildlife. Through this website, I pursue various forms of wildlife photography here in the Metroplex. I'm very honored to be asked to judge this contest for the Plano Photography Club. The theme of this contest is motion. I will judge each photograph on technical merit and originality. I especially enjoy pictures where the photographer reveals to me a composition or perspective that I might not have noticed on my own. Let's get started. Celebration Dance, score 9. It's easy to appreciate what drew the photographer to this scene. An entertaining activity, beautiful colors, beautiful motion. The venue certainly made recording this image challenging. Better and more dramatic lighting would likely have helped this image, as would sharper focus on the principles. Home stretch, score 9. There's a lot to like about this image. The horse and rider in the center are captured very well. The other two horses in the background elements, however, do not support the composition quite as strongly as they could. I See You, honorable mention, score 10. This is a very nice image. Black and white seems particularly appropriate in this picture. This photo stumbles just a bit with the soft focus on perhaps the most important element, the hippo's eye. Pylons at IAH, honorable mention, score 11. This picture really appeals to me. The crisp lines, the vivid colors, the sharp angles are all fun and exciting. It seems, though, that some of the foreground and background elements tend to distract just a little bit. Spirits Soaring High, third place, score 11. This is a good, fun image. The dancer is captured in nice light and in a wonderful pose that makes her the center of attention. Some of the background elements support this composition by emphasizing her movements, while others add interest without distracting from the dancer. It's a nice picture. Bike Rider, second place, score 12. This image has a nice gritty feel, which effectively communicates the intensity of the effort being put forth by the rider. The subtle colors and graphical nature of the photo work well in this case. Surf Rider, first place, score 13. The action captured in this photo is exciting to look at. The focus is strong and clear in all the right places. The vignetting gives the background a sense of foreboding that heightens the dramatic impact of this picture. Very well done. Serenity, score 9. The appeal of the subject matter in this photo is easy to see. The vivid greens and natural setting make this spot a great place for picture taking. It might have been interesting, though, to push some of the boundaries here and explore some more unconventional compositions. Flipping Hamburger, Athens Hamburger Beginning, score 9. The photographer did a great job catching this fellow in mid-flip. Certainly not an easy thing to do. Of course, it is very difficult to control elements of composition when pursuing a shot like this one. Less competition from the background elements might make this a stronger image. Hand Signals for a Raging Bull, score 9. The composition and cropping of this image are very good. The picture tells a great story. Unfortunately, the graininess and soft focus work against this image being as strong as it would be otherwise. Morning Flight, score 9. This is an evocative image that has a lot of appeal. It is interesting to look at. The soft focus seems to be appropriate for the mood set by this picture. There may have been room to crop out the lighter elements at the top of the image, as they tend to compete with the bird for your attention a little bit more than might be desired. Plano Wildcat Runs to Daylight, score 9. This is another nice action photo. The composition and cropping is very well done. Sharper focus on the running back might have made this a stronger image. Very Draining, score 10. This is a nice image, well suited to the black and white execution that the photographer pursued. A slightly different cropping might have been appropriate. There is a bit of mystery suggested by the darkness of the culvert on the right. Cropping the left side so that the full extent of the waterfall was not completely revealed may have heightened the overall dramatic impact of the picture by introducing a bit of mystery to that part of the image as well. Explosive, score 11. This image has some elements that are absolutely stunning. There's a lot to like about this photograph. The unbalanced composition has a lot of appeal, but it is not well supported by the elements along the bottom of the photograph. Bull Rider, score 11. This is a nice picture taken under what surely were difficult conditions of low light and a fast-moving subject. The pose of the bull and the rider is wonderful. The lighting is beautiful and dramatic. Unfortunately, the busy background distracts from the foreground in some places, and in other places the vertical lines are tilted slightly in a way that seems subtly incorrect. Carnival Lights, score 11. The photographer did a wonderful job capturing the motion and beauty of these colorful lights. The signage and stationary objects along the bottom intrude a bit, but overall this is a very nice image. Speed Skater, honorable mention, score 11. This is a nice image that communicates the theme of motion well. Whether intentional or not, the soft focus and motion blur work well in this image. The unconventional tilt of the picture creates an interesting composition and adds to the feel of speed and motion. Circumpolar star motion over the dome, honorable mention, score 12. This certainly was a challenging photograph to record. It deserves kudos for that alone. The composition is strong. What could be more appropriate than for an observatory to be included in a picture like this? Very well done. Raindrops, third place, score 12. The patriotic abstract captured in this picture is a lot of fun. Is it reflecting a Texas flag? Is it reflecting an American flag? The image is certainly evocative of both. Nice work. Whoosh, second place, score 13. This is a challenging image. The high contrast black and white works well here. There is much to look at. The swooping lines and apparent double exposures imply movement and carry the eye around the picture from one interesting abstract element to another. Island, first place, score 13. What could be more appropriate for the theme of motion than a photograph that really does appear to move? This image has a nice composition, nice colors, an effective motion implying an optical effect, and an understated focal point. Together, these elements make this a very fun photograph. Leaf Play, score 8. It was difficult to determine just how this picture pursued the contest theme of motion. It's a nice picture, nonetheless. Team Roping, score 9. This is a nice action photo. The motion is obvious and the composition is effective. This picture might have benefited from sharper focus on the main subject, and possibly from a little more dramatic lighting. F8F2 Bearcat, score 9. The Bearcat is a beautiful plane, sleek and powerful. It makes a great subject for action photography. Emphasizing the plane and better light and sharper focus might have made this a slightly stronger image. Rodeo, score 10. This is a well done photo. The lighting is good, the composition is good. The action was stopped with the subjects in a very compelling pose. The background does not intrude on the foreground excessively, though there may be some room to de-emphasize it just a bit more. Still, the interesting things going on in the background do contribute to the appeal of this photo. Trick Writing, score 10. This photo really challenges the viewer. It makes you want to look at it and understand more about the story it is telling. The composition is unconventional and interesting. It is a compelling image. Ripples, score 10. This soft, monochromatic photo has a lot of appeal. It effectively sets a somber, reflective mood. Very nicely done. Dashing to the finish line, score 10. This is a beautiful action photo. The colors are soft and appealing. For the most part, the background has been muted effectively so that it does not distract excessively from the horse and rider. Well done here. Amy, honorable mention, score 10. This is a fun, attractive photograph. Sharper focus around the face and hair may have heightened its impact just a bit. Nicely done, though. Well, to avoid butchering the title of this photo, I'm going to refer to this one just as After Sunset. Honorable mention, score 10. There's so much to enjoy about this picture. The photographer did an excellent job capturing the vividness of the light and the play of the water. The soft exposures of people moving through the scene add to the interest. The composition, though, seems to throw this picture slightly out of balance. The shot is perfectly framed. I checked it, but the compositional elements give the impression that the image is slightly tilted to the left. This creates an unfortunate distraction in an otherwise excellent photograph. Deep Ellum Biker, third place, score 10. This is a well-executed action photo. The subject is in good focus where it really counts, and the background does not distract from the foreground. There may be some room to explore options with the cropping and composition in this photo, however. Passerby, second place, score 11. The unconventional nature of this composition is appealing. The black and white execution is especially appropriate with this photo. It might have been interesting, though, to explore some variations with more pronounced contrast. Jumping for Joy, first place, score 12. This fun picture has the action stopped at just the right moment. There's some playful juxtaposition taking place between the foreground and the background elements. The pink cherry blossoms against the blue sky are appealing as well. Very nicely done. Mercedes Russell goes for the score. Score 9. The composition is not bad in this photograph. The poor interior lighting and soft focus distract a bit. And there is at least one awkward juxtaposition of elements that creates an unfortunate distraction when it is noticed. Otherwise, not bad. Leading the Parade, score 9. This is a nice photo. The composition and subject matter are appealing. The areas of overexposure, though, keep this image from being all that it could be. Virgin River Reflections, score 9. The appeal of this subject matter is easy to see, but the elements do not come together well in this photograph. Better lighting and improved focus on the stationary rocks might have punched this picture up just a bit. Come On, Dad, score 9. This is a nice photo that might have benefited from some experimentation with cropping and framing. Nice job. Turbulence, score 10. There's a lot to like about this photo. There are many interesting elements and textures. It communicates the intensity of the moment very well. Some experimentation with the cropping and framing might have been of benefit to this picture. A Light and a Light, score 10. This is a very nice image. The black and white execution works well here. A slightly different cropping may have been called for with this picture. The street light on the left does not seem to add much to the composition. Liftoff, score 10. The northern flicker is a beautiful bird and a great subject for photography. The captured pose is excellent, and the trailing drops of water add to the feeling of motion. Unfortunately, the head of this pretty bird gets lost a little bit in the details of the wing behind it. It might be nice to mute and de-emphasize the wing and background so that the bird's head can be seen more clearly. A tighter crop might have worked well here too, possibly removing the out-of-focus grass from the composition. Otherwise, very nicely done. Tulip Cyclone, score 10. The vivid colors and well-balanced composition make this a fun photograph. Very nice. Cottontail Smackdown, score 10. The action is stopped at an appealing moment in this photograph. The picture captures and communicates the tension and release these rabbits exhibit when interacting this way. It is like they are spring-loaded and on a hair trigger. Nicely done. Eternity, honorable mention, score 11. What a beautiful photograph. This picture is very close to being something really special. The light is dramatic and is hitting the scene in just the right places. The colors are vivid and the textures are interesting and varied. Well done. Rock Center Rickshaw, honorable mention, score 12. The abstract nature of this photograph works well. So too do the vivid colors and light. This is a nice photograph. And the winner is, third place, score 12. This is a well done action photo, colorful and intense. The captured poses are excellent and support the image well. The advertisements and text seem somewhat a distraction and out of place. There might have been room to crop them out. Art from Fireworks, second place, score 12. This beautiful abstract pulses with motion. The colors are lovely and the composition is very nice. Excellent work here. Tom and His Dog, first place, score 14. This is a very beautiful photograph. The subject matter, the colors, the action, and the setting all work very well together. Wonderfully captured. Very nice work. Kudos to the photographer. Best of Show is awarded to Tom and His Dog. I'll say it again. What a wonderful photograph. Photographing motion can be inherently difficult. Many aspects of recording images like these remain outside the photographer's ability to control. Sometimes a little serendipity is required. I think all of the entrants in this contest did a great job. I hope you all explored and learned and grew from the experience. Thank you so much for allowing me to enjoy all of your wonderful photographs.